Hello and welcome back everyone, and I'm excited to be talking about The Challenge Season 42, cast rumors, news, updates, the whole thing. Now before we begin, I want to say that this has been an interesting off-season. Now to go into my process, I like to wait on making videos like this until the T accounts are getting ready to post elimination spoilers. And very likely at the time of this going up, there have been already some elimination spoilers I'm sure of. But when we get to that point in the off-season, a lot of the information has settled, names have been mentioned, the game has started, and more times than not, we normally have a good idea or the full picture of what the challenge cast list will look like. Until this offseason, as the information that we have at the time of filming this video, we have 10 women and 12 men. We'll go over the names that have been given to us by the reliable sources of Pink Rose and GamerVev, as well as towards the end of the video, we'll go into some of the names that have popped up during this process, but seems to have not made it to the final cast as of making this video. A little bit more background information. Of course, the host is going to be TJ Lavin, and the location for the Challenge 42 is Thailand, where, fun fact, the last challenge season to take place in Thailand was season 34 War of the Worlds 2. So with all that context laid out, let's go into the Challenge 42 cast rumors, starting with the women. And we're kicking things off with a rookie, Anna Lee Wilson from The Amazing Race season 35. Her and her father got 4th place, winning 2 legs. I unfortunately have not watched Anna's season, but the Amazing Race contestants have had a wide range of possibilities on the challenge. Could Anna go the route of Jen Lee from season 35 Total Madness? Or could we see her be more like Jeremy, who won last season, the Challenge 41? We'll have to wait and see. Moving on to a challenge competitor making her return from last season is Adrienne, whose original show was Married at First Sight. She made her challenge debut on season 41, Vets and New Threats, where she made it all the way to the final, getting 4th place with her partner, Theo Campbell. Now, Adrienne came on to season 41 as a bit of an underdog. Nobody knew what to expect from her, but she played really well, winning 4 eliminations last season and making her way to the final. I am so looking forward to seeing what Adrienne can do on this season. Next up, Cara Maria is back. Her original show and challenge debut was season 19 Fresh Meat 2. Looking at the MTV series, this would be her 17th The Challenge flagship season. For the main series, she made 9 finals and is a 2-time challenge champ. The last time we saw her was on The Challenge season 41, episode 5, where she had to leave due to a family emergency. Somebody that I'm very excited to see back in the challenge realm is Cassidy Clark from Survivor season 43, where she got 2nd place, but she made her challenge debut on The Challenge USA 2, where she got 5th place by losing in the hall brawl to Chanel right before the final. Now, Cassidy is somebody that I thought we would see back on the challenge way sooner than the Challenge 42. Especially when we got Battle for a New Champion, I thought Cassidy would be perfect for that season, yet the trail went cold until the Challenge 42, so I'm so excited to see Cassidy back and hope she can do really well on this coming season. Speaking of being back, we have Izzy from Too Hot to Handle. She made her challenge debut on last season, The Challenge season 41, where she was eliminated in episode 7, losing to Tay in Pick It Up. Izzy had a great start to the season, getting 2nd in the initial mountain climb, only behind Jeremy. Now, she did get distracted by Rogan, as well as there was a target on her back being a part of the Olivia Alliance, but there is no Olivia, there is no UK Alliance that people have to worry about, so I'm looking forward to seeing what Izzy can do. Somebody that I'm very surprised that they're back is Michelle Fitzgerald, whose original show was Survivor season 32. She debuted on season 37 of The Challenge. This would be her 5th The Challenge flagship season. She is a 1-time finalist, which was the last time we saw her was in the Challenge 40 finals, where she got 3rd place behind Jenny and Rachel due to karma points. And for Michelle's sake and ours at home, I'm hoping that there is no karma points or any twist like it, so that there can be a fair, fun competition. Now, it's interesting that I said that I was pretty surprised for Michelle, because I am very, very surprised about this next name, and that is Nerese from Are You the One season 6. She made her challenge debut on season 38 Ride or Dies. This would be her 4th challenge season. She's a 1-time finalist where she got second place in the Challenge 39 Battle for a New Champion, and the last time we saw her was in episode 2 of the Challenge 40, losing in the Hall Brawl against Olivia. Now, the reason why I'm surprised that Nurys is on the Challenge 42 is because there was a lot of rumors surrounding that she was possibly banned from the show due to criticisms of production. This stems back to the Challenge 40, where it was the controversial elimination between Derek and Horacio. There was a lot of things being said online and on social media about rulings and things being funky during that elimination. Now that it seems that Nurys and Horacio have split, possibly there could have been an understanding and communication between her and the production team, or all that stuff about being banned and barred from the show was just complete nonsense. No matter what it was, I'm so excited that Nurys is back. I think she is one of the best all-around competitors, and I'm hoping that she does so well on this season. I will be rooting for her. Now moving into another rookie on this season is Riley Smedley from Big Brother 25. She is from the same season as Blue and America. On Big Brother, she won HOH once, the first HOH of the season, as a matter of fact. But after week 1, she was vulnerable to be put up on the block, which she was, and she was evicted in week 2 of Big Brother, getting 15th place out of 16. I think Riley is a huge question mark coming onto this season, and it'll be interesting to see what she does. Another Challenge 41 contestant coming back to the challenge is Sydney, whose original show was Survivor 41, where she got 12th place. She was on last season of the challenge, Challenge 41, where she got 2nd place with her partner Turbo. Now it's quite interesting to see Sydney back, as she was very vocal on podcasts and appearances that she wasn't a huge fan of the challenge. She talked about how her favorite part of the challenge was sleeping. Her reputation around the challenge audience is that she has really great confessionals. She did quite well on last season, winning a ton of daily challenges and getting 2nd place. I'm just surprised because of how much criticism she had of the show, as well as there was a video going on after the reunion where her and her partner, now I think fiance, destroyed her cardboard cutout of her Challenge 41 cast photo. So it just seemed like she wasn't very thrilled or excited to ever want to come back onto the show, but something has changed and here she is back. And the final name on the women's side is Tori Deal, whose original show is Are You the One Season 4. She debuted on Season 30, Dirty 30. This would be her 9th challenge flagship season. She has been to 5 finals on the main series, and she is a 1-time challenge champ, winning in Season 38, Ride or Dies. The last time we saw her was Season 40, Battle of the Eras, where she got 4th place in those finals. I think it's interesting that we have at least 2 rookies confirmed, as well as seeing some investment into the Challenge 41 cast members so far. I'm happy that we have Cassidy Clark back, as well as Nurys. But now let's move on to the men's side of the competition. Starting with Brad, whose original show was Real World San Diego. He debuted on Season 9 of the challenge. This would be his 12th challenge flagship season. He is a 4-time finalist on the main series, and he's a 1-time challenge champ, winning in Season 20. Last time we saw him on the main series was the Challenge Season 40 Battle of the Eras, where he lost to Corey in To The Point. Next up, returning from the Challenge 41 is Cedric, whose original show was Big Brother 26. This would be his 2nd challenge season. He made his debut last season, Challenge 41, Vets and New Threats, where he made it to the finals with his partner, Michaela, and they got 3rd place. Cedric, I will say, played under the radar last season. We didn't hear too much from him until midway through the season, especially towards the end of the season, where a lot of people felt like Cedric and Michaela led them astray. Unfortunately, Michaela will not be on this season to have Cedric's back, but Cedric is very capable. He is a very strong competitor, great swimmer, good in confessionals, and he is young and athletic. I'm really hoping that this could be a solo season because I would like to see what Cedric can do by himself individually. Chris Underwood, whose original show was Survivor 38, which he won, but we've seen him on the challenge before on the Challenge USA 2, where he won 5 eliminations on that season, made it to the finals, and won the entire thing alongside Desi. Kind of like what I said about Cassidy, I thought we were going to see Chris make his way onto the flagship show way sooner than season 42. I mean, I did an exit interview with Chris, and he seemed all game to come back on the challenge whenever he was asked. So it's unfortunate that it just took this long to get him back onto the show, but better late than never. He has a winning streak on the line. I mean, if he can win the Challenge 42 after winning Survivor, after winning USA 2, that would be an incredible feat. Somebody else I'm very happy to see back is Corey Wharton, whose original show was The Real World Explosion. He debuted on season 27, Battle of the Bloodlines. This would be his 11th The Challenge flagship season. He has been to 4 finals on the main series, where the last time we saw him was on season 40, Battle of the Eras, in episode 16, where he lost to Derek Chavez in closing time. Now, Corey has taken some time off. He wasn't back for season 41. He wanted to be a family man. He had to take care of things back home, but I am so excited that he is back for The Challenge 42. CT Chris Tamburello from The Real World Paris. He made his challenge debut on season 8, The Inferno. This would be his 22nd challenge season on the main series. He has seen 10 total finals on the flagship show, winning 50% of the time. He is a 5-time challenge champion, and the last time we saw him was in season 41, episode 10, where he lost to Theo and Adrian in Busting Balls. CT did not look the greatest last season. A lot of the veteran men did not look the greatest last season. I'm hoping that CT came back in better shape and in a better mental state and ready to compete. Going from one challenge champion to another, let's go to, of course he's here, Johnny Bananas, whose original show was The Real World Key West. He debuted on The Duel season 13. This would be his 24th challenge season. Holy cow, and I'm talking about the flagship shows. He has been to 11 finals on the main series, winning 7 of them. I mean, saying those numbers out loud is hard to fathom. The last time we saw him was in season 41, episode 4, where he lost to Gabe in Hold 'Em Back. Going from a seasoned veteran of the challenge to a rookie, we have Josh from Love Island USA 3, where he walked on day 31, and he was also on Love Island Games Season 2, where he was dumped in day 14. Love Island contestants have done really well on the challenge, and looking at Josh, I'm sure he can do really well here on this show as well. We'll just have to wait and see. Justin from Netflix's Cheer. This would be his 2nd challenge season, as he made his challenge debut last season on The Challenge Season 41, where he and Nani lost in episode 17 right before the final. They lost to Michaela and Cedric in Balls In 2.0. Justin was tested over and over again in season 41, and he came out victorious more times than not. I'm excited to see him back, ready to compete, and I'm looking forward to seeing him and rooting for him. Next up is another rookie, and that is Keanu from Big Brother 27, where he got 5th place. Now, I didn't watch his Big Brother season, but I heard that he won a ton of stuff. He won 3 vetoes, 1 HOH, 2 blockbuster wins, and he won $50,000 winning the fan favorite vote. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do on the challenge this upcoming season. Can he keep up some of this winning streak? Can he become a challenge favorite with the audience? Could be a tall ask because he is a Big Brother alum, but we'll have to wait and see how it all goes. Returning from the Challenge 41, and that is Leo, whose original show was Love Island USA Season 5. This is his 2nd challenge season, having made his debut on season 41, where he was partnered up with Ashley, and they lost to Sydney and Turbo in Wake Me Up. I actually thought Leo was very fun last season of the challenge, and so I'm excited to see him back ready to compete. Somebody who I was surprised, jaw on the floor, when I saw his name on this cast list, and that is Nelson Thomas, Scuba Nelly. Nelly T is on the challenge. He is from Are You the One Season 3. He debuted back in Rivals 3, Season 28. This would be his 10th flagship show season. He has been to 2 finals. And the last time we saw him on the challenge overall was the World Championships, where he and Huhui lost to Tristan and Kellyanne back in 2023. But the last time we saw him on the flagship show was season 38, where he's partnered up with Nerys, and he lost a one-on-one elimination to Fessel in Spearheaded. Now, I know the last time I talked with him, he was getting ready and training to be a part of the Paralympics team for Team USA. So I know that Nelson is capable. He's in great shape. He will be coming on to the show ready to compete, show what he can bring back to the game, and we get to see him and Corey back on the challenge together, which reminds me, the last time we truly saw Nelson back on the challenge was a phone call from back home in season 40, where Corey called him and they got to talk about the game and everything. Truly, it was a huge surprise to see Nelson Thomas's name on this cast, and, you know, I'm excited to see what he can do on this coming season of the challenge, seeing him reunite with his best friend Corey and see what they can do together. And the final name on this list to talk about is Will from Are You the One season 9. This would be his second challenge season. He made his debut on season 41, where in episode 16, he and Aviv lost to Michaela and Cedric in tight quarters. To be honest, with the men's side, it's tough not to think that the 3 challenge champions of Chris, CT, and Johnny Bananas aren't the top dogs, but I feel like there's a lot of potential here with Cedric, Corey, Nelson, Will, Justin, especially if it is going to be a solo season. We'll have to wait and see how everybody does. I think looking overall at the 22 names of the women and the men, I think that this is a interesting cast list. I will say that I feel like this cast is missing a couple of people that could add some drama and spice to this season, especially looking at some of the names that were mentioned during this process but then went away as time went on. Looking at Michaela, who brought a lot of drama towards the end of season 41. She was a very strong, fierce competitor, but at some point she was taken out of the conversation and even made a social media post showing that she declined wanting to come onto season 42. Fessel's name even popped up and then went away, which I was very surprised about. Both Tina and Jody at one point were rumored to be on this season, and then in the matter of like hours, they both were taken off. To be honest, the first thought in seeing their names when they were mentioned, I thought that they were going to be replacements rather than being on the initial cast. It just so happened that both of them are now not going to be on this season at all. Jeremy's name has been circulated around season 42, but instead of being on the cast, it's being rumored that he was a replacement, so he was flown out to Thailand. But unless something happens where somebody had to be disqualified or medically disqualified, it doesn't seem like Jeremy is going to be on the official cast, which to me is kind of frustrating to hear. I don't know, that's just my opinion. I would have liked to have seen him on to defend his crown and have more time with us, the audience, and make more of a mark on this show, especially with other contestants like Chris, CT, and Johnny who have already won. Let's add another champion into the mix. And finally, surprisingly enough, Nani was rumored to be on this season, but then her name was taken away. Come to find out, it was mentioned that she possibly had passport problems, and there was a little bit of uncertainty if she was going to be not on the show completely, or if there was going to be something happening a la CT in Dirty 30, where he had passport problems and got held up at the border, and then he just came in late to Dirty 30. Who knows what could happen, but there were talks that maybe Nani would come in later on in the show due to her passport, but we'll just have to wait and see. If anything, I would expect Nani to be on this season, but nothing has surfaced yet about whether she is or isn't, like, guaranteed, so we'll just put a pin in that and wait on that. Overall, I'm looking forward to the Challenge 42, and the challenge is now moving from MTV over to Paramount Plus. At least that is what is being mentioned all over social media from challengers, as well as challenge podcast co-hosts. With the Challenge 42, I'm not going to take anything for granted. I'm looking forward to watching the season, even though this cast list doesn't make me the most super thrilled, excited. I think I'm just going to be cautiously optimistic. No matter what, I'm going to be looking forward to it all, especially looking forward to seeing like commercials or a release date or anything like that. That's what I'm looking forward to next, is when can we expect the Challenge 42. Now that it's going to be on Paramount Plus, they're not really beholden to like fall premieres, winter premieres, summer premieres. They can drop this thing whenever they have it done and whenever they feel like it. So I'm just looking forward to a release date and looking forward to seeing how this game plays, who's going to do well, and everything like that. So I'm looking forward to this season, and also getting to see the official cast and seeing who are some of the missing players that we did not talk about in this video. But now I want to turn it over to you. What do you think about this rumored cast? Are you excited for the Challenge 42? Who out of the players that I mentioned are you thrilled that are back? And who are you going to be rooting for? And who are some of the other players that you're not so thrilled to see back on the challenge or making their challenge debuts? As well as, who are you surprised is not on this cast list? Let me know that as well. I want to hear anything and everything you have to say about this rumored cast of the Challenge 42. But now I want to give a special shout out thank you to everyone who supports me over at patreon.com/angelcakevids. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for watching this video up to this point. I'll be back really soon with more challenge content, more content in general. But until then, peace.